guys, it's MazeMan112 and I'm bringing you guys a Call of Duty Ghost commentary. That's right, I said Call of Duty Ghost. This is on the map Warhawk. Again, as you guys can look, this is actually from day of release. So let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. Now, today's topic is something that I've kind of been thinking about a lot lately, and I'm interested to see if you guys had the same kind of viewpoint I have, or whether or not I'm just talking on my ass, because I kind of do that from time to time. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The premise is that Titanfall is doomed to fail. And there's a couple reasons, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into them. The first one I'm going to go ahead and jump into is EA itself. EA is notorious for being horrible with games. I don't even know if I have to go into a lot of examples. If you look at the whole SimCity freaking debacle that happened, I mean, how can you be a game that big and completely drop the ball that bad? And then you go ahead and look at what's going on with Battlefield. Battlefield constantly has connection issues and server issues, and now they're putting out freaking DLC that doesn't even work right. They just are notorious for not being very, I don't want to say neat, as far as they drop a lot of just nonsense, stupid stuff that you would think a company of EA's size would have the resources to go ahead and correct that. They just haven't been. Onto that is also the 360. Now, why do I say that? Because Titanfall is not even out for the 360 yet, is the very reason why it's not out for the 360 right now. They keep delaying the launch of Titanfall onto the 360 for one reason and one reason only. Now, if you go ahead and look at their PR statement, they're going to tell you all day, well, we're doing this to help polish the game. We want to bring them the best Titanfall experience on the 360. Oh, bullshit. The reason why you're doing that is because you guys are selling way more Xbox Ones with the Titanfall release. And I think the statistic, I think it was actually in the UK, there was over 90% more Xbox Ones are being sold since Titanfall has been released. That's the power it has, and Xbox One so desperately needs to have a game to bring it up from this pit of doom that it's freaking in, because it's just getting absolutely crushed right now by the PlayStation 4 and this next generation console wars. It's not even a close fight, it's like 2-1. With that being said, they need to do something. And where does a lot of this kind of marketing and free exposure come from? The YouTube community. People, even producers and companies themselves, they overlook the YouTube community and the power of the YouTube community. Now, I know, for me, for one, I have played games or went and bought games just because I seen one video on YouTube and it looked fun, or there was a funny video. I have played games for that very pure purpose and went out and bought them. And now you have companies like Nintendo that doesn't support the YouTube community, and look at what they're doing. They're doing absolutely horrible. Now, what does that fall into? Titanfall is not doing well on YouTube. It's just, ask people who are you know, bigger channels or post channels, they will see the diminish of their views, and you can start slowly actually seeing the decline of the people that are posting it, or the amount that they're posting. And there's a couple of different reasons this could be. One, it's just oversaturation, because now you have where your Xbox can now stream. So you got a lot of people stream in, and then you can just take it from your stream, put it on YouTube. So there's a lot more videos out there. Is it an oversaturation reason, or is it just that they don't see the longevity of the game? Now, me personally, I think the game has the potential to have some longevity, but I definitely do see the decline in exactly what they're talking about with this. And part of the issue has been with the Xbox One, because we've had so many problems with the launch of Titanfall so far. So, go ahead and talk about it. How many times have you been unable to connect? And I think it's really funny, because it's almost like two kids arguing when they talk about this, because they're always pointing the finger. Oh, this is not a Titanfall problem. This is a Microsoft problem. It is all Microsoft. It's them over there. And the other way around, like, this is not a Microsoft problem, this is something with the Titanfall. And so you're having a lot of these issues just with connecting. And I mean, there's been nights, for Friday nights, you know, where the game is just, you can't play it, you can't connect, you know, it just really sucks, but that's what you're dealing with. Now, the new consoles have been out now for about 5 months, 6 months or so. You should have this kind of stuff worked out by now. And like I said before, EA is a very large company, and Respawn they're not a super large company, but they're very well respected in the FPS community because of what these guys have done. They knew what to expect, and for the most part, I think they've done all right with the side of they're really good at communicating with everybody and letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. We're trying to keep you guys up to date. I know. We're sorry, which is nice, but you can only say sorry so many times before you're like, you know what? Quit saying sorry and just fix the damn problem. That's all we want. And it's just simple stuff. Stuff that we took for granted when you used to play on the 360 because the games just worked like they were supposed to. The party chats worked like they're supposed to. You invited somebody, they worked like it was supposed to. And now we're having to go through that entire growing pain all over again. And the big question is this just kind of something you deal with when you're on the leading edge of buying new technologies? You're going to be the ones who are paying a little bit more because it did the price cut, so everyone's complaining about that. And also, you're not only you're paying more, you're dealing with all the glitches and all the growing, like I said, the growing pains, and it just kind of leaves you sometimes, you know, speechless. Now, not to say that the PlayStation 4 hasn't had its issues, but you see it a whole lot more with the Xbox One, which really, so right now Titanfall is only the PC. It does have the PC side of things, but as far as the console, it's only has such a small portion. It's not even grabbing any of those last generation people right now. It is only grabbing the Xbox One players. So there's just not a big enough population to make it viable enough to last in the long run. And that's why I believe that this game is doomed to fail. It has too many things stacking up against it. Think about it this way. When a new Call of Duty comes out, what do you do every night? You go home, you play Call of Duty. You go home, you play Call of Duty. I know a lot of people that right now, they like Titanfall. Titanfall is a fun game. There's times where they're just having fun playing the game and the mechanics of it that they don't even realize what the score is or the fact that they freaking lost. It happens that way in Titanfall. It doesn't happen that way in Call of Duty. Call of Duty just seems more competitive. It brings out the different side of a player, and it brings out the more, I don't want to say hardcore player, but it brings out, it seems like Titanfall is a more of a casual type scenario for the game, and people like the competitive nature of that for numerous reasons, whether it's that they just like to be able to talk crap to people and say I just worked you, or it's just the fact that it helps them satisfy something internal. There's nothing better than kind of stomping on somebody when you know that they're trying. It just doesn't seem that way in Titanfall, and a lot of people are trying to say it's going to be in the competitive side. I don't know if there's a way that they can do that, and I feel like the competitive side in YouTube really have kept Call of Duty where it's been for so long. It took off in Call of Duty because it worked out that the game modes just so happened to be, you know, 5 to 10 minutes was pretty much every game mode. You could play it all in a nice short strip commentary style. It was fast paced, and not to say Titanfall's not fast paced, but it just changes things when you bring in the AIs because they seem to be really dull, really dumb. Maybe if they could kind of increase the intelligence of the AI, it might make the game mode a little bit stronger. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, like I said, if I'm just kind of talking out my ass or not. Make sure you guys leave it in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Spotlight. Today I go ahead and talk about whether or not Optic is good or bad for MLG.